Mobilizing. Proceeding to attack. Handle this. Investigating hostile intentions. Ratcheting up my aggression. Exhorting.
You've returned. Are the Raptidons vanquished? Have you completed the job? Oh, incredible. Then, as the prime requisitionist currently at this station, I confer to you upgraded permissions that allow for surplus supply purchases.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Proceeding to attack.
Got my time. Don't make me avenge you.
Standing by to stupefy.
Once again. Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Taking position so I can take the agreement.
I'll handle this. Weapon prime! Hostilities are afoot.
Have you considered that submitting ourselves voluntarily is proof enough that we don't require it? And wouldn't that...
Enemy in sight.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Mobilizing.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Ooh, it's an enemy.
Special.
It is personally overseen by head.
Unfriendly enemy. Nearby.
Replicator is charged.
Sneer at our contentment.
Let us reconvene.
Peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tranquility, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating.
Come right in, and be refreshed.
The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of...
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lake of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm head refresher Ghoul,
and I guarantee when you exit our doors,
you will be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts.
hello, contentment.
This is new. A mild euphoric, light hallucinogenic properties. Not entirely unpleasant, but
mental refreshment process.
Greetings, subject.
That's why we
Or
are
should I
all
say
happy and
refreshed to be?
contented, and others are not.
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
And then our heads will be as empty as yours. I've seen this too many times. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
While there are many mental refreshment refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia.
Why, of course. Naturally, it is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnatarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles
Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are
Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
here on Prater is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould. The top
Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you?
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect
Processing, determination, an acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed 1 floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
The console provides, the system abides.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Try to blend in. Act like a neutered, brain-dead lunatic. Just
Don't
be
forget,
yourself.
your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium, here on Prater, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive
Their
divisor
team plays the worst
responsible for making
anyone has
the
ever
mental
played.
refreshment
Our
process
first back
more
is perfect.
refreshing than
Our pitch
ever.
ball is well conveyed. Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation.
You are
I'm
the raw
Waylon.
material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The
Wait,
paradigm
I just
requires
blinked
it.
several
That's
times,
why
didn't I?
mental refreshment
What did that
is so
signify?
important.
I couldn't
The
leave.
mental refreshment
Not yet.
process increases
Haven't completed my
tractability,
regimen.
stifles
My
undue
phrenometric peaks are
agitation,
still jutting all
stymies
over the place,
untoward
they say.
inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me. But I feel compelled not to question it too much.
Preserve set progress.
Maybe the treatment
Sustain
is
the
working.
system.
I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in
Only the
there.
Protectorate
From my
possesses
favorite
the
team.
advanced technology and
Paradigm
know-how behind the
Abiders.
mental refreshment process.
Can't leave without it.
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave. Suppose so. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but I'll be
invasive elements.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an
While
attention.
there are many mental refreshment
Greetings,
facilities to be
noob.
found throughout
Hello.
Arcadia,
My name is
Classic
Abigail,
Mars
and I
Wellnitarium,
realign
your
with the
operator,
paradigm.
is
It is the
uniquely
duty of
special.
all protectorates.
personally
I
overseen
am
by
newly
Head
full of zeal.
Refresher Gould,
Free
the
of pondering
top
beget head
cognitive divisor
that.
responsible for
Only
making
in
the
turn,
mental
why?
refreshment
It
process
just follow
more
this. I once was
refreshing than
right
ever.
as rain. I only experience refreshment.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at
kitchen
peak
pantry is
efficiency
presently
at all
off
times.
due
The
to
paradigm
anomalous
requires
structural
it.
tampering.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases
down, everyone.
tractability,
Lecture's playing.
stifles undue
Prepare to be
agitation,
edified.
stymies. For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human beings require direction. As my good friend the Consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly, inept, and slothful. We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose. The firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient. And thus we enjoy liberty, luxury, and resplendence.
Threat detect.
Huh?
The system abides. Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
Back
It's
to
not
it.
just a good idea. It's the law.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all
Right.
times. The
Quizzical.
paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed
Better take a gander.
and no
A
bliss.
preacher's question. Peaceful neighbor.
Gun weapon ready, Commander.
Through his
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Australia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on Prater, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive device.
all times.
The mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
I spy my next victim. I mean, a hostile combatant.
Help.
Resorting to violence.
Remember, collective cognitive.
Replenishing my firearm.
Stymies untoward inclination, and refashions the mind into a thing of
Remember, all subjects prosper under the
Ah,
guidance of our
you've gained
beneficent
privileged
ruler,
access
the
somehow.
Conqueror.
Well, the superiors must have arranged it.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on Prater, is special.
It's personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
It is the duty of every subject to ensure they are operating at peak.
Say, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so
Oh, God.
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
And you, my friend, are mildly intoxicated and highly open to suggestion. In other words, vulnerable.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My, can't believe I'm falling for that, as it may be the most unconvincing display of fealty I've ever seen. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. Yes, well, you'll see, even in a nominally reduced state, I am more than up to the task. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. No, I haven't. And that seems a rather facile argument to make about a society that utilizes automechs to handle daily chores and labor. A low-hanging fruit, as it were. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward? before I fully evaluate your performance here? You don't think I'd send thousands through the process if I wasn't absolutely confident of it being unharmful. The results speak for themselves, literally. Our subjects have never been more content. They say so repeatedly. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in, oh, well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? The technical specifications for the lathe of particularity are in my office in the next room, hidden in a cache behind a frame on the wall. Pick up the cap to open it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have a schedule to maintain. So many minds to refresh, so little time. What an edifying confabulation.
Together, we thrive together.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Aggressor at hand.
Go to take your key!
Only the Protector possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are...
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities.
Disruptive influences.
Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varick, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varick. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today.
Here on Praetor is uniquely special.
Why, I'm his attendant, of course. I have seen to the Sovereign's personal needs since he was a mere, but of course vibrant and robust, infant.
Refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself.
The most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all
Preposterous! The Consul and all the vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are
Go.
all happy
Please, just leave us.
and others
Just
are
leave.
not.
Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
In all its
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive devisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Oh, commemorative pitch ball. I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave.
It is the duty
Well,
of
almost.
every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at
Okay.
peak efficiency
Okay.
at all times.
Ready to go then, I
The
suppose.
paradigm requires
If we get
it.
separated,
That's
I'll meet you
why
there.
mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and, last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy.
Ratcheting up my
I'd prefer to fight a trained Raptidon than a feral one. Well, neither, if I have a say in the matter.
Looks like we're about to have company of the unwanted kind. Investigating hostile intent. Consider self-preservation a priority.
We cannot allow this position.
Monsters won't even fight us face to face.
No! Come on, then. Add some courage. Take me. You're a monster. Whatever else you can throw at me.
Show your work or shove off.
Think thrice before rabble-rousing. We have numerical superiority.
By law, you've done it.
I cannot lie. My math placed the odds of your survival at 0.00343%, but your reputation indicates that you reliably beat the odds. So why am I surprised? Unfortunately, I am limited in forms of compensation. However, I've refined the schematics so they may be constructed with your own rudimentary tools. I trust that you will find wonderful methods of deployment that will manipulate every equation to your favor.
I'm at my wit's end with that damn protectorate safe. If you can open it, whatever's inside is yours. I'll wash my hands of it.
When you have a moment, Commander, I'd like to talk.
My friend, I anticipated simple maintenance, but what you've done is pure, architect-inspired artistry. This level of fine-tuning to the voltage monitoring system is breathtaking. Such magnificent work is most definitely worthy of a reward. Truly, the plan has provided by sending you to my aid. That is most unfortunate, but at least his sacrifice did help improve the operations per millisecond. I will include his name in the records for this repair.
contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and
I see you're back from the Protectorate's little mind manipulation spa. All those secrets in him, yes?
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential commercial applications of that process.
Too much Spacer's ale? Try Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you.
Oh, all right.
I, for one, care little for the completion of stretch goals. You managed to avoid being mentally refreshed. That demonstrates considerable pluck and fortitude.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable?
You want Auntie's choice. Auntie's choice knows that a better you is
That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology.
Too much Spacer's ale? Try Auntie's choice pep pills. Good for what ails you.
Ah, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Good. Good. Perhaps you can help us rig the odds in our favor. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it, but a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same. Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose?
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death. So much so that I've missed the obvious, our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Not from him. He was different from most of these slack-jawed sprat bastards. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. I should have been checking our comm devices, damn it. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can access one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.